In today's health alert, a new drug has been approved by the FDA to treat moderate to severe Crohn's disease. It's called Rinvoq. It's a pill that adults can take daily. So for more on this, we go to our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi. And Dr. Nandi, I know you're a gastroenterologist. I believe Crohn's disease is a specialty of yours. You're familiar with it. Heard about Rinvoq in ads. So is this a good thing?
Yeah, we were talking about this before we started, right? It can be horrible. So the data actually looks pretty good, Glenn. I'm very hopeful that this new treatment will help some of my patients because Crohn's can be a painful and debilitating disease and it's not curable. If you have Crohn's, it means you have chronic inflammatory bowel disease. Patients have inflammation of the lining of their digestive tract and many of the small or large intestine can be involved. Unfortunately, the disease can have a tremendous impact on a person's life. Common symptoms that people can have include diarrhea, fever, fatigue, cramping, stomach or abdominal pain, blood in the stool, mouth sores, weight loss. It can really be bad. Now, there are treatments that can help manage Crohn's. However, this particular drug is for adults that have not had success with other pre-approved drugs such as TNF blockers. The FDA has given the green light for Rinvoq after looking at 2 randomized controlled trials. They've included 857 patients with moderate to severe active Crohn's disease over 12 weeks. The people in the study were given either the 45 milligrams of Rinvoq or a placebo, right? Something that's not supposed to be active. And researchers found that more patients treated with the new drug had clinical remission compared to the placebo. On top of that, Rinvoq was found to be safe to take as a maintenance drug at a lower dose for a longer period of time. All this is pretty exciting for someone like me.
Yeah. What about side effects? Anything we need to be concerned about?
Always an important question patients ask me, right? The most common side effects noted by the FDA were upper respiratory tract infections, anemia, fever, acne, headaches, and herpes zoster, otherwise known as shingles. Patients who take Rinvoq and not use it with other Janus kinase inhibitors, also called JAK inhibitors, or biologic therapies for Crohn's disease, or with strong immunosuppressant drugs that can suppress your immune system. And while Rinvoq has been newly approved for Crohn's, it was already been approved for other health conditions. I want to mention that patients considering this drug for Crohn's should be aware that there are serious infections, increased mortality for some cases, malignancy, which is cancer, major adverse cardiovascular events, and thrombosis or clots that have occurred with Janus kinase inhibitors such as Rinvoq. While this is concerning, right? People get, oh my gosh, they freak out. I've treated many patients suffering from Crohn's who are desperate to get relief. So I strongly advise those who have Crohn's, talk to their doctor. With the right therapies, you can manage this and live a great life. Patients can experience the healing of inflammation and long-term remission. The more drugs we have like this, people can take control of their life. I had a young man, Glenda, that was, a prospect for baseball, a teenager who Crohn's took his life. I mean, he died in the hospital at Beaumont. It was terrible. So this is a serious disease, and the more therapies we can, it's awesome.
All right. Appreciate it, Doc. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right. And if you have a health question for the good doctor, you can email him at drnandi@askdrnandi.com or send it to us on Facebook or Twitter. We'll get it right to him.